There you go. Yeah. Mm. This thing going. Go to bed. Oh. I don't know about that. Mhm. It is late Saturday night. Late Saturday night. They did pretty well. I don't know what a show. They try to do that video over there. They try to do a video.
No, why is I so tired? What's going on? Hello, hello, everybody. Hello.
Nothing bloody much.
Yeah. What's going on, Emre?
Yes, ma'am. Hi, how are you doing?
How you
Doing
doing?
well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I think boredom's a big problem. I think boredom's a horrible problem.
Oh my.
Mm. Why you feel that way?
Well, because the younger generation, like the little ones from, newborn to, for my generation, I'm 34. Our children, letting them be bored. I think it's important to let them be bored. I think it's a very important thing to let them be bored. Go find a stick, go find a situation, go find some mud, go do some things. I think being bored is important.
Mm-hmm.
They get to say that I made it out the mud. Right, I get it.
Right.
I feel like it's underappreciated. Like it's underappreciated.
Hmm.
Okay. What do you feel like
Find a
is
stick, go find some issues.
I mean, yeah, I hear you saying let them be bored, but what are the benefits of letting them be bored? If you can elaborate.
It's their imagination, their active imagination. You let them make mud pies, you let them do things, and they have to figure it out in their own mind. They play in their own mind. They play like creativity is important.
Hmm. Why? Kind of left it
If
hanging. You said it's important, but why is
okay,
it important?
I think on the opposite end is you can create situations where you bring them up to be like ready for preschool, ready to be in preschool, ready to be in school. You can bring them up that way, ready to follow the bell sound, ready to follow the man's telling you what to do. That's important, I guess, if you want to work a 9 to 5. I just think that it's important to have your kids have some ideas of their own. Like, just let them go play with sticks and shit. Let them build some shit. Let them, like, be their own person.
Hmm.
I personally, I'm not crazy, but I do think that the school system it's valuable. It does teach children of things. I think that's kind of it. A big part of it is how to also go 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
I mean, but okay, because I mean, are they really bored after? Like, if you let them, yo, what up, though? Like, he been looking for a live tonight. He said, I've been looking for a live tonight.
I've been looking for a lot of luck.
Kids are hungry. They got more energy. They
Okay.
got more shit going on. Like they have so much shit going on, and we got to meet them where they're at. We have to always like cater to where their mind is, and that's totally fine. But if you put it all on the school, you're literally requesting like, "Hey, government, let my kid know how you want them to be."
Hello, governor.
hmm I mean, but are they still like avoiding boredom if they like? Because you said let them be bored, and then I mean they're just gonna go find something else to do.
No, and if something else to do means like fishing in a creek or building something with sticks and mud, like that's fine.
Yeah, they're
I
no
just think
longer
that
bored anymore.
no, they're not. But I feel
Yeah,
like
so they're. I mean, are you really letting them be bored? Like they're
the
not gonna
system is
really
set
be
up to
bored.
say like let it be bored, but it's
Mm-hmm.
also it's. I'm so very much into this shit of conspiracy of like
I
I
can
feel like
hear
the
it.
entire school system
Mm-hmm.
is set up to make them aware of a bell, of a sound, of a repetition, and
Mm-hmm.
they're just going to be your worker. Like they're just going to work for the man. Like they don't have nothing else for themselves. Like I'm just going to do what I'm going to do to make money. Like I go to school and then I go to work. Like it's just a repetitive thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't like that's okay. I think that's shitty.
I mean, but okay. The only thing I'm proposing is that technically they're still avoiding boredom. Like
I feel
you
like you
know, like
hear me.
so
You heard
when I
me. You understand me, and you're challenging me.
I do like the challenge. You know, it's not necessarily I disagree with you. I just kind of like
Right. Why are you
challenge you a
challenging me
little
though?
bit.
Like what do you think? What do you think?
Um, yeah, I think that it's not necessarily letting them be bored. It's that creating or spaces or putting them in opportunities for them to be creative as in like um because like you could give them a box, right?
But
Like a
is the
car.
school an
No,
opportunity for them to be
hold on,
creative?
not the school, not the school. I'm talking about the children, right? So like, because you were saying let them be bored, but like you could literally give them a box, and then you can also, and then they're gonna just create and tell them to create something, right? As opposed to like you're just leaving them where, let them be bored where in their house.
Rachel, do you have children? Any
I
children at
do,
all?
I do.
Do you
hmm
remember? Do you remember the first time you gave them something in a box?
That's what I'm saying. You have to give them something.
But you gave them a present, right? There was a box.
Mm-hmm.
In the present, there was a box, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did they play with the box?
Whoa.
They
It
play.
may have pissed you off. It may have been a great present.
Well, it
Did
depends
they
on
play with the
the. It
box?
depends on the age of the child. They played with both.
I'm just saying, did they play with the box?
Yes, they played with both the box and the toy.
The box is very important. The box is more important than the toy. I feel like
That's what I'm telling you. It's because you that you have to still provide a space or an environment or give them something to go off of. I mean, you don't have to, but like if they go outside, they have to have a reason to create something. Like
no, no, no. I think we're on the same page. As long as you understand, like, and I think the world needs to understand, like,
Hey,
you
hold on
can
real
give a
quick. Hold on.
child a gift.
Hold on real quick. Jack, what's up?
They play with the
You know what's
box.
up, bro?
That's fine. That's
What you
great.
got
It's
for me?
wonderful.
Oh, were you calling on Jagger or De Niro? No.
I guess you just want to say hi.
Y'all go ahead. I'm in the shower.
Nigger.
Yeah, I
Aw.
already
Okay,
knew it.
that's
I was
nice. That's real
already
sweet.
ready.
That's really
I was
great.
already. That's why I
I'm
said
glad I met.
I gotta
I'm
teach
glad I
y'all
met
about
him.
how
That was so.
people. Hold on,
Wait,
I
who
would not have
accepted
hold on,
lived
real
him?
a
quick.
life
Hold on, real
without
Wait,
quick.
did
him.
I accept him? I
Yeah.
don't.
So
I
the
didn't
thing
accept
is,
him.
It's not your fault.
it's
It's
a.
not your fault.
Oh,
Oh my
wasn't
God,
It's
it?
not
she
your
talking
fault.
too much. All right. So the thing is that when no, the thing is, okay, this the tactic, right? So I seen when he did it. That's why I tried to hurry up and see something because I knew he was gonna do it. So he hold on, let me block all these things. I seen he sent all them invites.
Oh, Puppy's a subscriber.
No, he's not a
Hey,
subscriber.
Puppy. Huh?
No, he's blocked. So the
No, I'm
thing
talking
is,
about Puppy.
yeah,
What did I
he's
do,
blocked too.
host, that made you do that to
So
me? What did I do?
the thing is, like you seen when he hopped in the bus, he sent a bunch of invites. So a bunch of his people's probably. Let me see. So what they do, they
I
try to say. I know that's what he's gonna try to do is that do that N word thing. Hold on, let me see. Because they got a
why did
tactic
you
though
meet?
how they do that. Like if they don't say nothing and then they just start sending a bunch of invites and stuff. They trying to basically raid the live and stuff. They do that like a lot.
Why did you meet me though when it happened? Why did you meet? Why did you meet me
Cause
when
what
that
you doing
happened?
now, you just keep running your mouth down. Like that's crazy. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
You literally hear me saying, I'm trying to say, hold up for a minute, and you just keep talking.
Mm, that's fine.
But no, I'm good. I just try to make sure I got them trolls out. That was the whole point. I didn't want them messing my live up. You know, that's why I try to watch out for when I was inviting them up. And anybody that say, "Can I join?" That's another thing. They 9 times out of 10 they on some bull. That's why I seen somebody did that earlier. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna let them up. So I'm just letting them.
True, true, true. They're
Yep.
bored. They're bored.
Yeah, exactly. The topic for real. That's what it be.
I was just scrolling and I was trying to find out where I fit, and I appreciate you.
You're fine. What? Come
Nah,
on, don't take it to heart. I mean, come on now. He was just saying that he was about to talk, and then you was talking at the same time, so he muted you. Right? You gonna be all right. Come on, Emily.
I'm
What's up,
about.
Jason? Huh?
I'm not new to TikTok. I'm just about like over it. Is all it is, baby.
You stressed?
I'm very stressed about it.
Oh Lord. Oh well.
I'm gonna go. I don't want to put that on anybody else. Like I love what you're doing. I love what the host is doing. I love what y'all are doing. I feel like this is probably just like a not a good spot for me. Is all, sweetie. I love what y'all are doing. I'm just gonna go.
All right. Well, I hope you have a good night. You know, Saturdays can be kind of rough. You know, Saturdays are rough. JC, what's up, bruh?
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing?
Doing good, man. Good to see you again.
Good seeing y'all.
That's what happened when you use live is for boredom.
Oh my God, Kevin.
It ain't just the children.
Oh my
I'm done.
God. Go ahead, JC. What you think?
Hey, see my
Hey,
brother
don't
JC. I
y'all,
remember you.
Oh, what
y'all
I
don't
think
forget
about?
to tap the live, please.
What I think about what?
The first green one.
Oh, yes, I definitely agree with that. The do you believe most of our horrible decisions are out of boredom? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell her. Is like, yeah, you can because there was like let the kid be bored or whatever, but yeah, you could do that too. But I do believe that it's more effective when you have some type of direction
Hmm.
for the boredom. It's kind of like they're still going to avoid boredom. They're
Hmm.
going to avoid it. Um and actually, like, you know, maybe teaching people it's okay to just be in silence, you know what I'm saying, for a little bit. Boredom is not the worst thing. I think maybe that's what she was trying to convey, but what I was saying is like there still has to be like a level of direction, even if you're like sitting there, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't know, You can be bored and do good, or be bored and do bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I will test for. I I started off doing being bored and doing bad, you know. So because part of it is because you don't necessarily know what the outcome is going to be. So you're gonna, you're curious about the possible outcome, which leads it towards being bored and doing bad, So I remember one time I was a young cat for real, for real. Um, when I was bored, and my mom and dad used to call me a pyro addict because because when I was bored, I would play with the freaking
Oh.
stuff. I would play with the stove.
Oh.
So not necessarily because I knew what was gonna happen, but I mean, hell, one time, I mean, I don't know, one time I almost set the whole house on fire.
See what I'm saying?
No.
I would have like looked at it as like you are into chemical reactions. Like that sounds like a scientist to me.
You're right, because I played with a lot of things, like when it came to fire, but like I was the type of person that, you know, I don't know, I would play with rubbing alcohol to see, let me be quiet. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy.
That's a chemist. No, that is a chemist. That's what I'm saying. People look at see parents. They be like, "Yeah, let your kids be bored." As soon as they start touching stuff, they're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" No, instead of tapping into, okay, why is this kid playing with this? Okay, what is it that he's interested in? Well, and then creating that environment to help them explore that boredom.
Mhm.
Mm. All right. So, cuz, what you got for me? And then I'm gonna get I am in. Liam.
Okay. Boredom management, how important is it? I think it's definitely very important because you can, teach great habits when, you realize a kid is being bored. You can teach them to do something productive in the time of just boredom. When you ain't got nothing else to do, you can always pick up a book. You can always go learn about something that you actually interested in to occupy your time. And I don't. You want me to answer the first one too? Do you believe most of our
You can do
horrible
that.
decisions?
Yeah.
I actually don't think that. I think that most of our horrible decisions come when we are in a place of being desperate, whether it's desperate for love, desperate for attention, desperate for money, just being desperate for something. I think
Mhm.
that when you bored, that's when you actually start to become more creative. And just because you become creative and the outcome doesn't always necessarily end good, you still became creative. So that's just how I see it.
Okay.
Okay, I get that. I get that.
All right. And then remember, y'all, we talking about adults too. It ain't gotta be kids. We can talk about adults too. I think they make
You saw my
silly
comment.
decisions.
I feel like it
You
doesn't.
saw my
I mean,
comment.
it can be adults too, but I think in the adult
You said
age,
with the
like
desperate and bored.
I think with the adult age, you have that common sense to, okay, look, I can't do
Hold on
this
real
too
quick, JC.
far.
I gotta get what's it called. He ain't even say a word yet. Let me get Liam in real quick. Then y'all can go kind of.
How you doing, boss? You want me to introduce myself, or what are your rules for your live?
Did I say I had rules? JC? Nobody else said that.
I'm just being.
That's crazy.
What's up,
Everybody,
Liam?
That is crazy. You ain't seen nobody else do it.
This
You
is
gonna ask me
Liam
that?
first time.
look,
What's
man,
up,
I'm just
Liam?
trying to come correct. I just want to make sure that I'm playing ball with
That's
everybody the same way,
crazy.
man. People
You
bite your
see
head off
three
on
people
this
that I'm gonna
app.
pick you out of everybody. Say, hey, you know what? You gotta
Yo, to
introduce
be
yourself.
fair, they do bite your head off. They be like, "Net pronouns."
Right. And I got the AI even talking to me, dealing with live stream trolls. Suggest troll blocking tactics. Oh my. Go ahead, Liam. You go ahead.
All right. Uh, Man, I'm really conflicted on this because I get De Niro, Reg, and JT, and your point of views, and I think it's man. All right, so about managing boredom, right?
Hmm.
Um, when you're bored, it definitely inspires innovation because you need to entertain yourself, correct? Like you find ways to deal or mitigate a situation. And that's entrepreneurial. Like, I mean, great. You're managing it. You're finding ways to assess your time to be beneficial for yourself. On the negative side, I mean, some people get bored because they don't find joy or stimulation anymore on the subject of the activity.
Mhm.
So now you need to roll over into something that does intrigue you. Now, if you were bored across the board, I hate to say it that way, but if you're bored all the way around, like with life, with people, with going out, with engaging in interactions and people in too much, maybe you don't like the drama, maybe you don't want to do this event, maybe you don't want to go there, and you start to like become more and more bored of engaging or existing, now we're, I hate to say this, borderline flirting with depression or whatever you have going on, of why that like these newer things or what you used to find enjoyment from or things you could move on to enjoyment from, you don't find them enticing. Now being bored because you're denied stimulation, for example, I have younger kids and whatnot, they can be bored because they're not playing on a tablet or whatnot. But then they start counting street lamps or, punch buggies or they take a nap in the car. You find ways to fill your boredom, whether you sleep, you eat, or do whatever. I think there should be a little bit more focus on maybe boredom is an underlying depression of like, I'm not bored, I'm just no longer finding activities enjoyable. And I think that's a very, like, I feel like saying I'm bored is a candy coated way of saying, hey, I no longer enjoy what I used to enjoy.
Mm, I can see that. But like the kids that were bored or whatever, I don't know. They had the most fun playing with one another. It's not like just being bored by yourself. Is that fun?
Well, at the same time, you have to take in, only child syndrome versus, kids raised with siblings versus kids raised in a neighborhood where everybody in the neighborhood played versus, oh, our neighbors don't talk to each other. We don't have block parties. Being bored and being lonely go hand in hand, but sometimes you're forced that deal. So I don't really know. I mean, I can't force other kids to like my kid, and I can't force my kid to like others.
Okay, let's think about these bored ass adults. I'm sorry. Okay, De
I
Niro
love
was
to know
talking.
about that because I'm bored all the time.
Right. De Niro was talking about oh yeah, people doing bad things off of I didn't even answer that prompt, but like off of desperation. I do agree. But I do think mainly most of it is off of boredom because it's like even when you're desperate, right? If you're busy, you don't have time to make those bad decisions. You get what I'm saying? So you would still
Let me comment on you on Rachel
the
on this.
boredom idle time is the worst.
Yeah, I know, but Rach, check this out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why Housewives is such and such is such a big hit, or Below Deck, or Love After Lockup, or My 90 Day Fiance? You know why that's so intriguing, or On Patrol, or Cops, or The First 48? You thrive on the drama and the interaction. It gives you something to, like, oh my god, it's stimulating. Without it, though, you're unstimulated. So boredom comes from a lack of stimulation, in my opinion. It could be like, hey man, you're a really big comic book Marvel fan, and oh my god, I love these Marvel movies. Maybe you're really big into musicals and you want to watch Wicked and Hamilton. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
you just want to watch the rich destroy their own lives in the Beverly Hills 90210, but you love the tea. You're like, girl, tell me what's up.
Oh my
Oh my
God,
god, who
Kev.
did what? How did that happen?
Kev,
Oh
she
my
won't
god,
go
you
away.
thrive on the stimulation of chaos. Boredom is a lack of stimulation of chaos. And and hold on, I'm gonna throw this to the men, right? Chaos. I'm gonna say a simile to chaos. Another word for chaos is a problem. As men, we love to fix problems. So when that wife or that neighbor or someone down the street goes, man, I'd love to mow my lawn, but my lawnmower's broken. Oh, don't worry, bro. We'll be down there. We'll help you out. I'm trying to get this swing fixed, but I can't get the rope knots tied right. Oh, let me show you how it's done. Man, my dishwasher doesn't seem like it's doing. Oh, yeah, no worries. That's why you see a bunch of men standing in the corner watching another man work because we're so intrigued on problem solving.
Oh my God, it's a baby.
You're more
I'm sorry, Liam.
on the emotional stuff.
Look,
And this
Liam.
is where our boredom is fixed. We feel engaged. We may not be solving the
Liam,
problem.
Liam is
You know what?
into it.
We there. We got our finger on the pulse. We know what's going on. We Are you really part of it, or were you just standing there with, worldwide hip hop, just filming the damn thing and having a good laugh? Can't wait till your boot when you get home. You wouldn't believe what Shaniqua did at the goddamn fucking grocery store. Holy shit! I was trying to make a left turn. This motherfucker couldn't find a goddamn gas pedal, and you just love that story to tell to your family later. Boredom can be flipped on its head by stress, chaos, or problem solving. And you're like, I'm not bored anymore. I have purpose. I will either want to witness, observe, or I want to step in and fix or help.
JC got bored. It wasn't enough drama.
There wasn't enough chaos.
There wasn't enough. De Niro, the baby is so cute. I didn't even. Wait, is that your youngest child? Liam, you missed it. De Niro showed his little baby.
I'm so sorry if I did miss it.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
Thank you.
Homeschooling or who?
Huh? Baby boy? Baby boy,
Say
right?
hi. Yeah, baby boy, say hi.
Oh my god, you can do. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, he is so
You
cute.
can do live photos or live streaming your face on this thing.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
What's up?
You didn't know you could turn on your camera. Hi, baby. Hi.
You got a
Say
little
hi,
shirt.
cousin
What's
Rachel.
his name?
Zaire, say hi,
Gotta be
cousin Rachel.
Zaire. Hi,
Zaire, what you gotta be? Like 2.5, 3?
Look
No,
at that
he ain't even
smile.
2 yet.
Oh
You
my
ain't even
god.
What you got, like 18 months?
Yeah, literally right on the nose.
He's so cute.
I miss the baby days. I miss them baby days. De Niro, I gotta ask you a question.
Yo,
Is your only one, or is this number 1 or 2 or 3?
3.
That's your third one? Now,
Yeah,
hey, I'm gonna tell
ooh.
you straight up. You know the dumbest thing I've ever said out of my lips?
Hold on, son.
I looked at my other half. We had a baby, right? I thought I
Right.
was having a baby, and a baby was gonna be like the first 5 years. I didn't realize they got bigger. I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna look like this for like the next 5 years. And then before I know it, they're walking at like, year 1, 2. And I was like,
Right.
oh. When I thought having a baby, I thought I was having a baby, like carrying around like a chihuahua, like a puppy. Like I'm gonna have a little baby.
They grow fast.
And
Very
then you
sad.
blink, and now they're big, and they're like throwing blocks at you, and they have interests.
This boy is huge. Like he tall, long, and
Got
he.
some weight to him when he throws some punches at dad. I bet he's got some muscle behind him.
Oh no, for real. He already into boxing because that's all I watch. I'm actually about to get ready to go watch the Virgil Ortiz fight.
Oh, absolutely, man. It looks like you're raising fighters. Kind of baby. I like that. I'm
Go
mad
ahead
proud.
and say what you want to say.
No. He's like, I'm about to watch a fight. My kid
Raising a real man.
is 2 years old. He'll knock my ass out. He is so proud of his boy. I love that. That is positive, like
Kid
reinforcement.
about to be a girl dad.
I'm a huge girl dad. Trust me. I thought I was good. I got 2 sons, and then I had
to climb all over me.
Ah, goo goo gaga.
Why you want to give him medicine?
He is so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Mad props, man.
Let me tell you, I
Yeah,
love
he don't
babysitting. But not, not all the time. But just know you can always bring him to
want. I got you. He don't want it.
me.
See, why do you always just like a woman, just force him to do something he don't want to do?
Good job.
Oh Lord.
Well, he's a
He
lady
just
killer. He's already making the eggs flow, man. He's getting he's putting everybody in baby mode right now. We
he
can't
gonna
have
mess
it.
you up.
I can't have. Hey, look, I'm glad my wife ain't here. She'd be dragging me in the bedroom trying for another. We ain't doing that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you good? No. Everything is that,
Uh-huh.
this,
They
that.
wait, he already said dad, right? Or daddy.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was the first thing he said,
They
but
always say that first. It's crazy.
like he'll get the point into stuff, and he'll be like that, and he know what it is because if you say it, he'll go point at it. But his
Mm.
words is pretty much stuck at I eat chicken.
Oh.
He know like half of his ABCs. You tired? You
Chicken.
sleepy? He's sleepy. Oh,
Don't
he
teach him
love him some.
watermelon. We're gonna be in trouble. Start. Okay,
I'm
Oh
I'm
about to
shoot!
say he gonna make the baby pure black.
Look,
He said
he
his main
love
words is I
watermelon.
eat chicken.
So I gave him some watermelon. I was sitting there eating some. Ever since then, I'm talking about he would eat a whole piece by himself. Like he loved watermelon and strawberries and raspberries.
That's good. Hey, no, that's good.
You
No,
tired,
seriously,
buddy?
my daughter,
Come on.
she's mixed and whatnot. Seriously, fruit, huge
No.
thing. Watermelon, raspberries, strawberries, and my daughter also eats like cucumbers, green peppers, carrots. Like definitely just keep pushing that, man. That's healthy. It's nice. You're getting them outside that whole like spectrum of like processed foods. Keep on
Oh
that, man.
yeah,
That's
definitely.
very healthy. That's loving. That's good.
Yeah, like all that sweet stuff and all that stuff like that, I don't even really let him have. And when they do be giving it to him, I'll be on their ass about it because
Wow.
he really don't need a lot of that. He really just need to make sure he getting all the stuff that he need from his daily fruits and vegetables and protein.
I'm sure you're gonna set them right. I wouldn't even worry. But the fact that your kid is already
I,
accepting and like open to it, that just means
I,
that you have the whole world of the dietary needs to kind of
huh.
like try new things. So it's great.
Why
It's
is you
great.
pressing
Just
it so
focus on
hard?
it.
Where's my nose? Nose, nose,
No.
chest.
Head, shoulder, knees, and toes. You don't know all the songs.
For real. A,
That's so sweet. Oh my god, he is
B,
so adorable. Oh my
C,
gosh. I'm in love with the
D.
baby. He's so cute.
What? What you want? Huh? The phone?
That?
But yep, I ain't gonna lie. I think I want like two or three more.
Oh my goodness. What's up with your family wanting more? A lot of kids.
So like after I lost my sister, it put a lot of stuff in
Mm.
perspective for me.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't get a chance to have kids or get married like she wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of took on that burden and said like I'd rather have more children because my mama only gonna have a select few amount of grandkids. So
Okay.
and I realized how short life is and how important it is to just have a big family and have them people around you.
Mm.
And if I can have more kids, where is you going? Don't try to be slick. This boy is silly. You sick?
Him. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. You should have never showed me him. Now I'm obsessed.
Oh shit. Hey, cuz, get ready. Baby fever.
Yes. You know
Yes,
I
you heard
love
it.
the little ones. Yes.
It's time. It's your time, cuz.
Yeah, I'm gonna be over there soon in the D.
Oh yeah, you moving up here, ain't you?
Mm,
Oh
sooner
shit.
than later.
Hey, come
You
on, Fat Boy.
better watch out for
Better
Thanksgiving.
watching, bro. That lies down low.
Oh, Thanksgiving.
You see, he said you heard.
Dude, that's right before my birthday.
Oh snap! When's your birthday?
November 26th.
26, yeah. That dude about to
Okay.
be an even older fart.
Man, I'm about to be the big 3-1.
3-1.
Huh?
Oh my God, man, why did I think it was gonna be like 35 or something?
We not the same age.
I forgot.
And she comes down here crying to you.
You a young one, young
And then
buck.
my cousin Kiana about to
That-
be, I think she about to be 29, I think.
She told us,
what was y'all doing?
I can show my strength. I can't move.
They having a good time over there.
What we was doing, but don't push me
Man.
because I'm on the thing. Look, we was like this. Like so I was on the one, I'm on the
Oh,
eye.
BB,
On the back. And we
that's
was,
interesting.
and I look, they didn't even feel right now. I did. We was pushing each other like this, and whoever held the line. Oh, it was so good.
Just answering the prompt, just reading
Hmm.
through it, and just hearing you guys. I think horrible decisions, boredom. I think to some extent is a way to anchor yourself into like the return of self and like reflecting. And I think reflecting for some is so painful that it requires an external stimuli to kind of distract the mind from what we are suppressing that we are not comfortable with. Um, living life. I think there's a difference between living and existing. I think we carry a lot of pain or hurt or uncomfortable emotions and experiences that we have lived with. And once we suppress those, there's so much that tags along from suppressing. It's like when you suppress an emotion, you're suppressing time, the memory, the emotions involved. And I think that leads to a really bad place where you're just existing. I think happiness is an internal dynamic. Like the
Hey, you
internal
skipped over.
you that is, huh?
So you skipped all the way down there. I don't even think nobody even answered that. Did you do boredom management? How important is it?
I don't think it's the boredom itself. I think it's the person um inability to be within themselves.
So you don't
So
believe managing your boredom is not important?
um I mean boredom to some extent is a good thing.
I said managing.
But I think
So
there's deeper layers beyond just labeling it as boredom.
boredom is a feeling and emotion. But I'm saying the management of it, the things that you do
I
during
think
boredom.
I mean if you instill passions into things that you're doing and that something that actually enriches your life, I think that is the best way to manage. I think like have a conversation with someone who's really passionate. They could go on for hours, but it has to light something within you and it has to be meaningful, and you like beyond just loving it or you like it. So once you introduce different things into your life, you broaden your horizon into possibilities, and simply being bored, it does not come into the equation. That's my 2 cents. I mean,
Mm. All right. Let's get to this one. This is the one that's gonna kind of tie the whole topic together. What is living life? How do you know the difference if someone is living life, is not living life, and actually happy? Go ahead, our BB.
um, living life. I think the things you pursue, it I find it especially where it really comes out in relationships. I think when you're just existing, it's like the bare minimum across the board. That's what I deserve. And so there isn't that yearning to reach the full potential, because you know what? I'm just existing. Like I just need a paycheck, I just need to pay the bills, and it's like more just survival. But living life, I think, requires work, and kind of the big part of it is getting to know yourself, because I think once you work on yourself, and that like you get a sense of everything resides within you that does not require the external environment to fulfill, I think that is living life. Like you go after um like exceptional people in your life, and you just don't settle for the bare minimum, or dating somebody you know you can do better, but then you objectify them into a narrative like I can do better, without having to take that internal responsibility or checking yourself where things went wrong. But happiness is work. It's not just a thought. So yeah.
Mm, true. Good points. I think I'm gonna say something very similar to it. Is like, someone who's not living life is not really present. Is not really experiencing the ranges of emotions. Kind of just they're here but they're not here. You know, oh, kind of like NPCs. You know, they just to like even someone who is like traveling and doing normal things, sometimes I actually don't think they're living life if they're not actually being present in the moment and like truly experiencing what they are living. um I think that um yeah, it's very important to like really sit back and just be grateful and present. That's it. So like you can be doing nothing and present, you can do something and present. It's a mindset. So
Well, it's not beyond a mindset. I think, you know, if you're going into psychology, into trauma stuff, you have like the false self and the true self, where there is two personalities within the being, where the suppressed good things that perceived as threatening is pushed into the subconscious,
mhm.
and what you have in front of you is literally nothing more than a facade.
Right.
So you're interacting with like a figment of the imagination of sort.
Yeah, so are you saying that that person is living life or no?
uh, they don't have access. So basically, if you grew up in a threatening environment, your positive emotions are not needed. So these emotions to the person would be considered as weakness. because it's not going to guarantee survival. So it's suppressed to such extent that even experiencing they don't have access to it.
Wait, so
They-
you're saying people who were brought up in negative environments are not living life?
no. I'm explaining like the emotionality. If
Because
you
you could be
are,
brought up in a positive environment and not living life also.
yeah, but it doesn't penetrate the personality to have access to these emotions.
I'm not sure how you figure this because to me, right, even if somebody that was raised in a good environment, if there can also be certain emotions that are suppressed.
I think environment plays a role, but the core from like I love psychology enough that I've read a lot of research.
Hmm.
It's not so much like I lived in this neighborhood, this made me. It all comes down to the first 2 years that the infant mother relationship that defines who you become. So it's not like at 5 where the entire personality changes. It's between that initial 0 to 2 that defines you.
So you're saying from 0 to 2
Mhm.
that whatever attachment you have with your giver, which are you using the attachment theory?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, whatever attachment you have with that caregiver, it is going to be an indication of your whole life.
Correct. So,
That doesn't leave room for change.
well, that's when you go into therapy and unpack your entire lifetime. And then it's like a journey back into the room. And with your therapist, you kind of become.
Yeah, I don't think that's the only. I mean, it
I'm
plays a
talking from
big part,
experience.
but
I'm not
like,
making this up. I'm talking
huh?
from experience. Like I'm talking to you from genuine me experience.
Yes. Also, yeah. There's anecdotals. You know, when it comes to psychology, everything is a theory. Correct?
Uh,
Yes.
I mean, then what is a modality if it's all a theory?
I don't know. It's just a theory. I don't like everything in it is a theory. Like
But see, okay, then here's my question to you. No, no, I'm not like poking or anything.
no, go ahead. You can poke.
So my question is, let's just say, like I've dated somebody when push comes to shove,
Hmm.
you could see the changes as if the person is like 2 or 3 years old. That is a fact. Like for example, if you go into like heavy kind of like cluster B, where things at 2 years old, a child um, effects of the child is found within the personality. So like magical thinking or splitting where it's like you, not me. The way the deflection of what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, I mean, there has to be dramatic trauma for splitting, like
Right, but I mean, but the whole point
or
we're talking
chronic
about is
stress.
where it's like the false self, the presentation does
Yeah, but what
not.
I'm saying is it's not just from the negative attachment. You can have a positive attachment and still have a false sense of self.
How?
Because okay, let's say there was the mother who coddles
Uh huh.
and gives the child all this stuff or whatever like that, um um that child is still going to, let's see, if they're being coddled, they don't experience, what you call it, the resilience that they need. Do you get what I'm saying? So like there's a part of them that is lost because they never got to challenge themselves.
Right. So the child was not allowed to get in touch with reality to get a true assessment.
No, they
That's
were
why,
allowed.
huh?
They were allowed.
No. I'm saying, like, they consider spoiling a child, it's a severe abuse because it gives an image to the child of perfection. And
They don't call it abuse now. Come on now.
no, it is abuse. I'm
No,
telling you.
they, who calls it severe abuse?
Research it.
No, that's not true.
Research it. I'm
That's
not.
not true. It may be poor parenting, but it's not severe
No,
abuse.
it where does narcissism
Abuse
come?
is abuse. Severe abuse, that you cannot correlate. You cannot. They're not the same. They're not
I'm
the
telling
same.
you. I kid you not. Research it. You could
The-
objectify a child. You can spoil a child. You could parentify a child.
so,
You know,
yes, but what I'm saying is you can't call it abuse. Like you said, severe abuse.
it's no. It's one like part of the major form of abuse. Spoiling a child is in there. So at the like hierarchy or a chain of at the top, you will find spoiling a child is included
By who?
by research and doctors. And
It- Okay, what is this doctor's name?
what do you mean? What is this doctor's name?
What is the doctor's name?
There is one. What's his name? It's an amazing book. If you want to read it, it's called "The Art of Loving" by Eric Fromm,
Okay,
and he goes into object relation school where
yeah,
there's
and this pyramid that you speak of that says that spoiling a child is the top for abuse.
it's in the top tier.
Top tier for abuse. Okay, so who created this tier?
It's over 100 years of research, and
Absolutely not.
I'm telling you,
No, these are, let me tell you, look, I too am in the psychology field. What I know about psychology is
uh-huh,
it's people who are like us who study human behavior, right?
uh-huh.
Even with the attachment theory, right? They studied a small group of children and their parents. The demographic, it wasn't like across all cultures. That there's so many things that weren't taken into account. There's so many variables, you get what I'm saying, so that we would apply it. Now, does some of it make sense? It makes sense, but not to the point where you're like, this is definitively what is happening in your life.
We could disagree, Rach. So
Yeah, because they studied majority what.
I mean, for me, do I consider therapy and my journey of 3.5 years as the best thing I've ever done for myself? Absolutely.
Yes, but I'm not against therapy. And there's all forms of therapy, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is in it's not just one, like to lump people into like just one is not helpful. You get what I'm saying? Telling people that from 0 to 2, if your attachment with your parent was this, you are not whatchamacallit, you basically are not going to be like, you're not living life unless
Rach,
you
I'm so
go to
proud of you
therapy.
for not have met someone with a personality disorder. If you have, you will see.
I actually have family members that are schizophrenic, family members with all types of mental disorders. Yeah. So I'm not. All I'm saying is the mental health is not this thing with a broad stroke. Like, it's very intricate. Everybody's minds work differently, and there's so many
Correct.
factors as to why people are, or the way that they are, or behave the way that they are, make the decisions that they do. And it's not just the factor of your attachment with your caregiver. It's not. It's a big part, but there are other factors involved. Like, everybody has a different story.
Your human experience is unique to you,
Hmm.
but your self reporting to a therapist or in a conversation, that's where they track patterns. So these patterns, that's how like the DSM comes to these conclusion. If let's just say somebody with borderline personality disorder, if the person leaves, the person experiences abandonment, like deep kind of like I want to unalive myself just because the person is not answering the phone. So the experience is unique, but then what is being communicated can be traced back to whatever illness that is happening.
Yeah, but I think my point was that you were linking it to the attachment to their caregiver, like like their illness or whatever, their mental health issues, and it's not always because of that.
If you go outside of attachment,
Hmm.
that's okay. So the best example I can give you, it's complex PTSD and PTSD. PTSD, it's simply something in your environment that was beyond your control
Hmm.
and your inability to filter it properly. So that is PTSD. When you go complex trauma stuff, now it goes back with the caregiver and the family dynamic which you were born into. And there's a genetic component also.
Right. Uh, I'm just debating the point that you made, that 0 to 2 mark defines who you are.
Absolutely. Rach,
Absolutely not.
I'm telling you, the
0 to 5, no. I mean, 0 to 2, no. And I don't know what, and that's what I'm saying is, like, yeah, these are psychologists who come up with theories. They're observing, and they're like, huh, from my observation, this is what it looks like. It does not mean that is truth. There are
do you think
so many
insurance companies
different
would
theories.
pay?
There are so many different theories
But
in
what I'm saying,
psychology.
if it's
Mhm.
all a theory and it's all like in the air, do you think health insurance companies would pay for your session?
If it was all theory,
Right. Based on your viewpoints, what therapy is or psychology is. My point is, would my like employer insurance cover my sessions if they felt like, yeah, this is all like fugazi and it's all in the air?
I'm not saying it's all fugazi. I'm just saying that we therapists use different di- different theories to basically figure out, and every single person is very different. They're gonna need, like, you have to use different theories to to figure out what is this person going through. It's not one theory fits every patient or
Oh,
every
correct.
client.
That's why there's four of them in adult and there's four in children.
For what?
The attachment styles. There's four for an adult and there's four for children. And within those parameters, so basically, like attachment, right? Since you mentioned it, it deals with your view of yourself, your view of the environment, and your view of your partner. That's why it mostly shows up in relationships.
Yes, I understand that. I'm just saying that from 0 to 2, outside of your caregiver, most children go to daycare. Most children are around other people other than their caregivers. Like most caregivers are not even with their kids anymore.
Right, but someone with a personality disorder, the mother resides within the mind, and the child will always cannot see him and mommy separately.
Okay, who?
I lived it. Wait, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's what your therapist told you, and that's fine. I'm
No,
just
you have
saying.
to experience these emotions to
I know,
process
and
it.
that's cool. That is totally fine. I'm just saying it is not going to be the same for every person.
I stand by my case, Rach.
Different people have different, like, important figures in their lives. That some people don't even have their caregiver. Like, some people are move around from place to place. They didn't have a permanent caregiver.
Right, and that is escaping your own reality and counting on the environment to change your internal work. Like it's similar to people that can't hold job for more than 6 months or a year.
All I'm
Like for
saying
example,
is, I think you made a comment. The comment that you made was that, like, it just sounded like you were like, if you come from a bad environment, that you are going to whatchamacallit, you're not living life unless you unpack it.
you're not.
Okay,
Like for
so
example, if
my
somebody
my
tells
my
you,
thing.
yeah,
Let me just finish real quick.
okay,
My thing is, it too also happens when you're living in a good environment. Human beings are very intricate. Okay, let me tell you something. All right, some humans, they create their own problems even if you give them the best lives.
correct. So
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, it's for some people and very small group of people, it's they salivate on the idea if I am not loved, that they feel they're destroyed. So they have to destroy the relationship or destroy what they spent years to build just to say I am in control. So that's why yeah.
Thank you, Az. Right? Yeah, some people do, but all I'm saying is that the attachment is not 100% the reason why people do the things that they do, or
Okay, can I tell you
think the
another?
way that they do.
You're not gonna like this fact. If the first one I said you didn't like, the second one you're really not gonna like. So what they have proposed,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you have a partner,
Who's they?
and I mean your DSM. You have um, Nietzsche introduced. There's pioneers of the field
Okay.
that came up with model. So anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so the point is, so with your partner, the love of which you exchange with is directly linked to the love you have received from your mother. So the interaction with your mother at these very, very small age, You replicate love based on the love you have received. If you have not received it, you cannot give it. So then you would have to, like a product of the imagination, to start learning about the person to provide them that instead of it's intrinsically within you.
Okay, but love is given in many different ways, correct?
Well, that's why to an infant they call it the not good enough mother. So it's not that she needs to be perfect. It's the healthiest child, right? If we can talk healthy.
Mm-hmm.
The healthiest child is the mother recognizes the separateness of the child. So it's like basically if I'm a doctor, if I superimpose that onto my child, what you are radio signaling as you are is not enough unless you become a doctor. So the child reads this as then you are relinquishing your own needs and wants and desires, and then you are fulfilling the dream of someone else. So basically, you learn how to objectify people because you were objectified.
Yeah. Her baby. I'm gonna just say this. This is why therapists have such a hard time helping people is because they remember a lot of things in the book, but they're not very good at um their intuition. They're not very good at analyzing the person or seeing the person that's in front of them. They are just regurgitating and going by a plan that other psychologists in the field, which there are so many of them, so many different areas of study, different specialists, um, and all they're doing is just trying out different things that these doctors say could work. And a lot of them lack the skills to truly see people.
I agree with you on psychiatrist. Psychiatrist does not give two F's about um, your human experience. He is more concerned with your symptoms that he prescribes, medication for. A psychologist, what he's after is the emotionality and what are you um, purveying to the therapist.
Yeah,
So it's the
a good
emotionality. Yeah.
a good psychologist.
Yes. I mean, I am so like I'll give you the best example to help your point. So I'm Lebanese, and I come from a society that, above all else, etiquette comes first,
Mm-hmm.
right? And my mom, with her mental illness, she was, I mean, the best con artist to show the world that there's nothing wrong. So then I had to go to a processing
What?
psychologist.
Wait, why do you call your mother a con artist?
Well, I mean, she was meaning behind closed doors, she was the most abusive of abuse. In front of neighbors or whoever comes over,
Mm-hmm.
a completely different human being. I mean, loves to cater to the neighbors. It's a very collectivist society.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I mean by the con artist, that dual personalities. So then I had to go to a processing psychologist to process the trauma.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm sitting there. The second I tell him about my mother or whatever my main psychologist sent information, he was trying to replicate my mother. But the psychologist failed to understand the society of which I came from,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's not just reckless, it's under the radar,
Mm-hmm.
private. You don't. And then I told him, I said, whatever you're trying to do is not my mother. So that were things I think for psychology to
Can
be
I
a
say
good
something real
psychologist.
quick?
Sure.
I think, okay, I've done the whole therapy thing. I get it. I do agree with you on a lot of points that you said. But I think maybe I may be wrong. Like when the psychologist or the therapist was trying to replay the moments, that's in a way like they're trying to replay them, so that because that's what therapy is all about. They replay certain situations that have caused us trauma so
No,
that
no,
we
he
can
was
kind of
mimicking
like
my mother. He was trying to mimic my mother
that's
as
what
if,
I'm trying to
oh,
explain. Sometimes
okay.
they'll do that so that they can help us how to fight that trigger that has been traumatizing us. Okay.
Yeah, but Brenda, the therapist did not take into consideration the
And that's
cultural
why I
factor.
came in here and
Yeah.
said that's why I came in here and say, I've had some therapists too trying to help me out.
Mm-hmm.
And number one, it's been hard for me to find the right one because, like, when you begin to vent to them, some of them don't even come from the same background that I came. So they say things like, I could never,
What?
because they don't come from the same background that I
Oh,
came from,
see,
you
that's what I'm
know?
saying. That's
So
what I'm.
that's why I think it's
Agent
very
therapy.
important that when finding a therapist that you sort of find one that kind of aligns with your same belief, not to not break them, but to understand why. Because
I,
when they don't understand why, I think that's when the patient begins to feel misunderstood and like they're never going to get it.
but here's the thing, though. Like the therapist's job is not necessarily to give you those type of responses, to give you their opinion on your life. You get what I'm saying? Their job is to give you strategies, to ask you good questions, to help you
Well,
figure
okay, look,
out
I'm going to just say one
your life.
strategy that all therapists do. And sorry about interrupting you. They say do the breathing technique when you get upset. Let's keep it real here. In today's modern world, especially when you're arguing with a person, you're not gonna tell yourself, okay, breathe real quick. Like there's certain things that trigger everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone on this planet, we all have triggers. And I remember my friend told me one time, there's a lot of people out here that are walking undiagnosed. And
Mm-hmm.
I just, I step back and I listen. I'm like, yeah, you are right. Because it could be like somebody that jumps from relationship to relationship. Why are they doing that? It's a pattern. Like, why are they doing? They're trying to fill something up within themselves that they do not have within themselves. They're trying to fill a void. And this all lines back up to like the things that your prompt says, happiness, joy. And you are right. Like happiness and joy and love, people interpret it in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna argue with that just because you came up in a rough situation, it don't mean that you can't outgrow it. I done seen, like for example, my dad, he came from a very neglectful childhood, and he did the best he could when he was here to make it different. I'm talking about like disowned in the streets, homeless. And he
Mm-hmm.
came up from that and he gave it to us. I'm his daughter, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And he's no longer here, right? May he rest in peace. And I miss him every day. But that stuck with me, like the fact that my dad came from nothing. And when he got a family, he made it everything. And that's what I'm saying. I don't agree that just because people came from a tough background don't mean there's not hope. There's hope. There's always hope.
Amen.
The discrepancy with Rachel is the 0 to 2 years old defines your life unless it is treated. And Rach does not agree of the idea of a newborn into 2 years has an effect on the personality lifelong.
No, no. No.
That's
I
where
think, yeah, because I mean, because you were saying it for the caregiver, like the attachment to the mother.
correct.
Yeah, but the thing is, in when you look at the society we live in, most people don't. They literally have to go right back to work. The attachment, it looks very different, right? They are attached to multiple people. They have multiple environments that is shaping the way that they view life, and it's a continuum.
But then can you say hypervigilance is a spectrum where it's like, okay, I've had this with my mother, right? And I have learned to read my mom's like facial cues to alter myself to please my mother because without her I can't survive.
And you know what they call that? I learned one new thing through psychology. That's called self-erasure. When you're always like, I'm not saying you, I'm speaking in general, right?
You know.
When we go all our way, when we see them funny faces or gestures to not like sort of even bother the person or bring it to their attention, a lot of us do that unknowingly. Like self-erasure is when you put yourself in the back burner and you try to please people. And it doesn't necessarily, when I say self, like please people, it doesn't necessarily mean going out your way to do something. It could just be by not even caring the conversation. Okay, like let me not bother my mom right now. And you're putting your feelings and emotions, you're just disregarding what you had to say to your mom because she was busy, maybe washing dishes or something. I don't know. And now that I'm grown, I'm able to see like, okay, look, my mom gave me everything, right? But I always felt like there was something missing at home. Love, right? But now that I'm grown, I'm able to see how hard life is and give her credit where it's due. That mommy was just busy. She was trying to keep the home up, but that didn't mean because she didn't sit down with me and give me that one-on-one time. I'm talking as a child, like child. Like it doesn't mean she didn't love me. It just means she was trying to really go out her way, do the best she could to give a roof over my head, give me food, clothe me. That was her way of showing me love. And that's when that falls in what I said, that we all have different meanings of love. And some of us show it better than we could actually sit down with our kids and do certain things. Some of us show it through our actions. Some of us actually have the patience to sit down and give that one-on-one time to our kids. You know?
Right.
So
Yeah. That's why I was saying too, like there's different ways to show love. So I think if you are not abusing or neglecting, like full neglect is like literally you don't even pay attention at all to your kids. But like I just feel like in a negative, I wouldn't even call it a negative household though. Like you said, Brenda, like she was just working. You know what I'm saying? When she could
and
give you
I didn't
time,
see
she gave
that.
you time.
I didn't see
So
that until I started living on my own and seeing what it actually takes within one person to balance everything out. You know how they say this saying that you're not really going to know what your mother went through until you have your own? It's very true.
But
Very, very true.
wouldn't you
And it
say
changes
that
just
is
your
on a
whole
cognitive?
perspective on life.
Like, wouldn't you say, like, relating to your mother based on your experience, isn't that a mental space, but not the emotional space? So it's like, I could say,
It was,
no,
I'm going to say it was at some point in my life when I was trying to find that love within a man that didn't do right by me. But I had to refrain myself. Another thing that has helped me is that I have to start surrounding myself with positive people. The same way the negativity sticks on you, if you're around the wrong people, it goes the same way with the positivity. You have to surround yourself with positive people, outgoing people, even when you don't feel like it.
Even when you don't feel like it, I get it. Sometimes we just don't want to go nowhere and we'd rather just stay wherever we at. But that's when it comes to challenging, you know,
Your
a lot of
norms.
things within yourself. Like, hey, I want to change. Like, me, I'm supposed to be taking therapy, but I'm not taking it. I'm getting really all my strength through God, reading the Bible, my daily devotion to Him. So that next time when I get in another relationship, like, I don't take everything that I went through with so and so. You know what I mean? Like, because it could be a good guy in front of me, and I may miss out on that because I'm giving him like everything I went through. And that's why I think that healing is very important.
Yeah.
Um, I see a lot of people that don't take the time out after a relationship. They just hop right back. And to each his own. I'm not judging. I've been that, done that. I get it. But that's why healing is very important. I think so.
Yeah. Yep. That's good, Brenda. I'm happy to hear that. There are just different forms of therapy. I always say, like, if you try other stuff, you know what I'm saying, you try other things, other healing ways, and you're still having a difficult time, go look for a therapist then. You know what I'm saying? At that point. But the thing
I
is,
don't even want to.
I don't want people to think that just by going to therapy, that is what is going to resolve
And I'm
all
gonna
your
say,
issues. And
mm,
because the perspective, the mindset shift is the main thing. You have to actually admit to yourself that, oh snap, I need to unlearn a bunch of stuff, and maybe I don't have the tools to unlearn it. You get what I'm saying? And maybe I can find somebody who can help me unlearn it. But
and see, can I say this real quick?
yeah, and
Therapy
then
is a
straight.
very challenging thing to go through. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Amen.
This person I knew that didn't have no diagnosis tried therapy out. And he said this. As I was listening to the therapist, he was just going on in circles about the same thing. And it was triggering something in me. It could be something as simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it being triggered? Because sometimes a person can be set in their ways and they're not ready for that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
They're not ready for that change. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And like I said, this is a very touchy subject because I respect everyone's emotions. I say it myself. Therapy is not easy, but the thing that has stopped me from doing the therapy is that as soon as I see like a funny face from the therapist, I'm like, okay, she don't get it. Or if I start to feel like I'm expressing my emotions and she has a next appointment to get to, like with
Mm-hmm.
therapists, it's only about the money, and I see it. I'm not saying all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
It's
not saying
very
all of them.
rare. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not saying all of them, but some of them, I don't know. The passion is not there.
Well, that's
And
what I was. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
Well, let me just straight. I know you came up. You can join in anytime you want to. Um. So, what I was gonna say is that's what I was trying to tell Harbibi is that um therapists, when they go to school to, they're book smart. A lot of them are book smart, but there's some things that are just like, there's some therapists who naturally have an understanding of people themselves. You get what I'm saying? And they're able to relate to all types of people. And you need both of those factors to be a good therapist. You need the educational part, plus you need the natural ability to understand and love people. Like, it has to be deeper for you to truly do that work, or else your people are just going to keep going in a therapist's office, who are just going to just therapists can manipulate you. Some of the most vulnerable people are going into therapy. Do you get what I'm saying? And so the dynamic between the two, it can be scary. So, um that's why I say, like, you really do have to make sure you are choosing a therapist that is really in it for the work and helping people.
And sometimes they can get out of line with the professionalism too. Like, I remember one of them in particular told me one time, what's wrong? Like, you getting triggered? Girl, I walked out the office so quick because I'm like, this lady could be my grandma, but the way she coming at me, she better watch herself.
Yeah, yeah, that's what
You
I'm
know what
saying.
I
Little
mean?
stuff like
Like,
that. Yeah. Like therapists, that's why they have to have a therapist. Like it's like a,
well, she got in trouble for that. She
yeah,
sure did.
it's
Cause
like
I
a
went and go
mandatory
told
thing.
it.
Mhm.
I went and go told it, and she got like, I think like 2 weeks away from me, and she apologized. And you know, when you're a therapist, it's like you got to be very careful with your words
Mhm.
because listen, a trigger is a trigger, especially when they're talking to you sideways. Oh no, oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
But
And
they did do the
yeah.
role play for me too, like the role play. Okay, let's see, Brenda, how would you handle the situation if you're here? And they do
Mhm.
that too.
Mhm.
Like, what would you
Yeah, it's
call? Are you a
helpful.
therapist? Like, where you can help me out with my words here?
Wait. Wait, the role playing?
Yeah, with the
I think we
role
just
play,
call
how
it role
they,
play.
huh?
Mhm. I mean, I just know it as role play.
Yeah, they do that. Me, I thought I'm not gonna lie, excuse me. I thought it was corny because I'm like, okay, like I know they're therapists, they're trying to do the role play for me to see
Mhm.
how I'm gonna handle the situation. And I never went forward with it. I just thought it
Oh,
was,
really?
yeah, I never went forward for it because I just knew like, okay, they're just practicing. It wasn't the real thing like that we deal with
Mhm.
on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, we actually had to practice that in one of the classes that I had, and I had to I embodied my brother who has uh he was diagnosed with shoot. God dang. Like paranoid schizophrenia and like whatchamacallit, anger. And he has like a little bit of a learning disability and stuff like that, right? But like
Mhm.
when I embodied him, but I also embodied him. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that's something I cannot explain to other therapists on how to do. It is like a connection that you have with from studying people where you can like
Yeah,
you
I get it. My
observe.
sisters have done me the same way. Like, and they
Yeah,
had like that
you
sister
can't teach
conversation
that
with me.
stuff. Yeah, you can't teach it.
Yeah. And I don't know, right? But if you're taking that path on actually like being a therapist one day, I think you're on the right path, especially because of what you said. You have a first insight of what it really is. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So like if you get in that field, like,
I
you know,
am.
you having your, yeah.
I'm doing my master's in marriage and family therapy. I have like 5 courses left and some.
And I don't
You
know
know,
you, but
they
I can
say
already
the
tell you're gonna be
best
great at it. Like just because you had someone in the home dealing with it, somebody close as your brother.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I got two brothers.
yeah.
Well, I got 3 siblings with mental health issues.
You know, they say the best therapist is a parentified child where it's like the child trying to keep the peace between both parents. And they
Why do
say
they say that?
because the
You read a
child
lot of
learns.
therapy books, huh?
I mean, I had to. Like when I started therapy, I wanted my illness out of my system. And the
Mm-hmm.
first thing I told him, I said, I will embark on my journey and you have to be willing to accept that. If he would have said no, I would never have stayed. So then I searched my own diagnosis and learned about my mother. And I think when you educate yourself plus the
Mm.
healing journey of it, so it's like I can put a bridge to my mother as a form of empathy. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
empathy is about you, but imagining yourself in someone else's shoes.
Mm-hmm.
and I had to do that. So I don't like, to me, I think if you do therapy and you still have bitterness, something went wrong.
Mm.
So that is what I was trying to keep intact, is the negative emotion
Mhm.
towards someone that reminded me of my mother. Um, so that really, really helped. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, obviously you could tell. That's what I'm saying. Like you could tell you really wanted it. And that's what therapists are supposed to do. Like you're supposed to be able to fish for yourself by the end of therapy. You should not stay relying on your therapist. And you did
there has to
outside
be
work.
curiosity.
Yeah.
There, like Rich, I would read something 4 years ago. It would make no sense.
Mhm.
But then I remember it at like 2 years into therapy, and it helps. So it's
Mhm.
like I have meditation. There's 15 different doctors on YouTube I follow. Um,
Mm.
from the library, I have access to actual studies on psychology. So
Mhm.
it became my life. I literally, it was
Mm.
my main thing. It's like the one thing ever in my life I stuck with beginning to end was my healing journey.
Mm.
Um, like
That's
even this
beautiful.
week, I kid you not, I had an emotion that took me, like, regressed me back to the room.
Mm.
Like I was encased in something for like 10 minutes, and I was listening to a guided meditation, and I felt no pain, no trauma for like 9 minutes, and right back into processing. Then it's
Mm.
worth it. It's the hardest thing I've ever done.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think you had a point, Miss Rachel, what you said that you don't read a lot of books. I'm that person too. Because I
Mm.
haven't found the right therapist, it almost feels like I've been doing my own homework to find healing.
Mhm. Mhm.
And instead of seeing whatever I'm dealing with, right, whatever diagnosis I'm dealing with as a back stigma that it carries, I'm trying to embrace it and
Mm.
tell myself that, you know what, it's okay. Like, because I had that insight that someone else with that's perfectly normal, that doesn't have a diagnosis, told me that they tried the therapy part and they just couldn't. And that's what I mean too, where a lot of people is walking around undiagnosed. Like, therapy is not for everybody. That is the most challenging thing that I think that I commend someone for, like, just consistently staying on it.
Mm.
To help your point, I'm going to share a little bit about my mother. When I was 5, one day she was upset and she wanted to throw herself outside the window.
Mhm.
And to me, she died, right? It's like the act of like wanting to jump out the window. To me, I relived it for a year
Mm.
to just process her throwing herself out the window, like on repeat. So for a year, like during my therapy for an entire year, I
Mm.
had the idea in my head to jump out the window. Then I had another 9 months where it's like a magnetic pull to jump out the window. And I live on the 6th floor. It's not a pleasure.
Mm.
But I mean, you have to like go through them to re-experience them, and just the body, like the sealed energy, to kind of like feel safe to allow you to experience it. And I think that's all the body wants. But to to the other lady's point, I'm not ashamed I'm mentally ill. The mind did what it needed to do for me to survive. I don't shy away from it. I don't hide it. I that is my like I have no shame around the label. I don't,
Mhm.
it's like the brain did what it needed to do. Like why would I feel ashamed of
Yeah, but I'm just being real because it's like, don't get me wrong. I jumped on this live because I support mental awareness, and I think that it always needs a conversation because it's one of the points in life that people sweep up under the rug. This is a touchy and vulnerable topic that no one really talks about. I see, I come from a Hispanic background, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, with my culture, they didn't believe in mental illness. They thought I was just being rebellious
Mm-hmm.
and that I needed to get a whooping.
Right.
But through all that, like, it just embottled my feelings to not share them, and almost like they weren't supposed to be shared, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and a lot of cultures have that. I've talked to like
Yeah.
every culture that they feel the same way too, that they weren't able to talk about different things, you know?
Yeah.
Because you
And
know
that's
how
what.
all the, I'm not saying all, but you know how majority of the families, like, they trying to keep up with the neighbors and all this stuff and paint this picture, and life is not picture perfect, and that's the part that nobody talks about.
Right. That's why I say like it's a continuum, right? From when you are little, there's just gonna be things that are gonna be added to how, like, what you're processing, how you're processing it, the things that happen to you that start to shape your decision making, your trauma responses, you get what I'm saying? And so that's why I'm just like, I don't want us to just stop at our attachment with our parents, because there are so many more things that add to when we get to a point where we need help um managing it, like may need medication. And a lot of people are going, like, they're almost at the point where it's a disorder, but they're not at the disorder level. But the thing is, like, if you don't take care of it, because people generally, they go years and years and years and they don't address things, right? And then it gets into a mental disorder,
Well,
and
I'm
that's
gonna
when
be
it's
honest.
disrupting everything in your life.
I'm one of them persons
Mm.
that I don't stay consistent on my medicine. A lot of it has to do because I'm trying to fight it. Like, I'm trying to fight it so many times. Like, like I told you, one of the things that's helping me is my faith, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just trying to like cast it all unto God. And,
Mm.
like, if he's brought me this far, then I'm gonna be okay until eventually I crash out and realize I need to probably nibble on my medication. When I say nibble, I'm gonna say this. I don't try so many medications where they make me feel weird. And I'm
Mm.
not okay with that because I'm a mother of two daughters and I feel like they need me. I feel like I need to be able to be
Mm.
functional, wake up and, send them to school, make sure they got everything they need. And it's hard for me a lot of times because I have someone to take care of. And yeah, they're not like little babies. One is 12, another is 10, but they're still considered underage to me.
Mm.
Like, I want to be a functional mom and just stay on top of everything, their grades, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
So
and that.
when you take your
Mhm.
medication, does it make you feel like lethargic or like kind
I
of
don't like.
disassociated?
Yes, dissociated. It makes me feel like if I'm at the store, that out body experience.
Mm.
And when I start feeling, I'm like, okay, I'm not feeling too well. Like, this is not me. Like, yeah, and it makes me feel bad, like, I want to be able to take the meds, right? So that I won't
Mm-hmm.
crash out. But I also want to function. And I don't want to feel
Mm-hmm.
robotic. I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
feel weird. Like, it's hard for me.
Yeah. I don't want to pry into your diagnosis, but the only thing that I've witnessed is like when it, like, if it is like schizophrenia, that is one of the things, or with personality, not personality disorders. Yeah, but schizophrenia, that is imperative that the medication is taken, and that the relationship between the psychiatrist and the client is like so important.
It is, but
Like,
Miss, what's your name, Miss Rachel?
yeah.
I've been on two medications that they have got me on, right? And they sent me to the hospital in cardiac arrest. And I was taking them like I was supposed to. But the salt medications, like I learned through my own studying too, right? Because I'm trying to just find the answers and embrace it and help my own self, right? If I'm talking to therapists, and it goes both ways with helping yourself and having people around to help you. But they sent me to the emergency room, cardiac arrest, where they had to rip my shirt out and give me charcoal, and the doctor was like, make sure you tell your doctor that you need to get off this medication. And she wrote me a note. And I'm very iffy about when I get prescribed something. I'm always researching it before I take it, the side effects, so that I can sort of
Right.
know what to expect.
Well,
Well,
I mean, they're supposed to figure out the dosage. They're supposed to, you get what I'm saying? Like, you have appointments with them, right? Like with your psychiatrist.
Yes, and everything she said was, I'm sorry. But when you in the emergency room for cardiac arrest, like, girl, do you know that almost happened to me?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean, I am on medication, but with my psychologist, what he did for a year and a half, I was not on medication until I just couldn't take it anymore. So then I found a psychiatrist, but it's all under the psychologist's supervision. So
Yes,
they
they're all
started
supposed to
me
work together.
on God, what, like on anxiety medication, the sleep medication, and there's one med. God, it was the best medication ever. It's basically like when I have really hard pit stops emotionally, it just shuts down everything, and you go straight to sleep. But that comes in on emergency when the doctor knows like we're about to try something heavy. I get prescribed that for 10 days or 5 days just to get through this wave of whatever being processed. I think they are amazing to me because there is processed already some of it, and then it was introduced in dosages like 50 out of 200,
Yes.
and then it's like, okay, I feel better at 200 milligrams, and that's where it stops.
Yeah, that's how they're supposed to do it. Like, they supposed to give it to you little by little to figure out the doses.
yeah, mines are not high. Mines are just, it's my night one that's high, like on the milligrams. My day ones are 25 milligrams. Cause I'm real big on start me low and we can work our way up,
Right.
you know.
Okay.
I wish I had the privilege what he just said, that I take it and it just relaxes me and I go to sleep. Well, I can't go to sleep. I'm a mommy. I got stuff to do, from appointments to all that.
Well, how many little ones do you have?
Oh, the 12-year-old and the 10-year-old. But I
Okay.
like to stay consistent on their appointments. You know how it is, dentists, pediatrics, like shot records, getting all that for school, just stuff like that.
You
I
sound like
put
my best friend. Like, I literally just had this conversation with her, and literally her life revolves around her children, and it's the most love that she's felt in her life. And so, like, she's kind of going through this, like, she's realizing, oh no, my kids are getting older and about to leave me. What else? Like, who am I outside of my children?
right. And that can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. Like you said, when it's time for them to leave, it's almost like you have to recreate your whole life again, of what is not fully devoting your life to your kids and making it everything. Like, I thought about that too, but see, I'm the type where if my kids aren't, they can come back home. Cause I mean, personally, I don't want that day to come. Life goes by fast, and she is right. They're growing up so fast, and
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm. Yeah, but shoot, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so you stay busy. So I guess the prompt is basically you stay busy with your kids. Do you feel like you ever add too much?
yeah, I do. That's when I end up
Mm-hmm.
overstimulated. Like,
Yes.
that's where my crash outs come in at. Like,
Mm.
okay, I need to just sit down. It's okay if that don't get done. It's okay. Like, I have to literally tell myself it's okay, but you gotta think about it too. I come from a background of fully devoted parents
Mm-hmm.
that work, work,
Yep.
work, 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 work.
Right. That's how we show love. Um yeah, but that's like the cycle, like that's feeding your anxiety. You know what I'm saying? So and you recognize the patterns, right? So we generally get stuck in a feedback loop.
I mean, sometimes I do get tired where I'm like, you gotta sit down somewhere, Brandon. Like, go take care of yourself. Go do something for yourself. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay. Like, and that's where that self love, nurture come in at. Like,
You
it could
know
be
what I
just
found
anything.
really good? Hopefully it could help you.
Mm.
When I
Hmm.
started therapy, what I would do is light up a couple of incense, a candle, and just like a meditative tune. And that routine of like giving yourself 10 minutes per night devoted to this kind of daily ritual, your your body preps itself for peace and calmness. That it's not just, turning something on the radio, or it's like you
Well, for
actively are
me, I'm
working.
sorry to cut you off. For me, my ritual is God. I don't do
Okay, okay.
meditation. Like, God is my meditation. Like, when I'm like reading the Bible and like studying it, it just brings some calmness over me.
Mm-hmm.
So I try the meditation, don't get me wrong, but I couldn't have that connection. It's almost like it felt weird to me. Like, I'm like, okay. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't believe in meditation. I gave it the chance though. I gave it the chance. But to me, my meditation is just God and moving on in life, trying to do right. And yeah.
Mm.
Works for you. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You gotta do what does work for you. Something that you can continue doing, you know. But definitely finding a way to stop yourself from adding more. I would I would make a list and then just like maybe have a cutoff and only focus on the priority stuff.
I
Cause
mean,
I
Yeah,
that's
it's always like that.
the internal
huh?
body saying
I
enough is
said it's
enough.
always like that. I mean, I'm a single mom. If I don't cook, my kids don't eat. Like,
No,
I
but
mean,
okay,
simple as
but
that.
no, teach them like they can cook. I'm telling you, because that's the thing. Like that's gonna be very helpful. Everybody cook together, and then eventually they're gonna cook. Like
Yeah, that's
and
also.
you come from a Hispanic background, right? The whole cooking for the family and that's how like we you give yourself to your family. That honestly, from what I've
Yeah, like you're
seen.
talking about like the bonding. Like if me and my daughter was to get in the kitchen
Mhm.
together and cook, that would be like us bonding, but not like forcing it, making it come natural. Where
Yes.
I'm also teaching her something as
Yes.
well. Yeah, I
Yes.
get it. I've thought about that. I've thought about that. They've
Yeah.
actually joined me a couple of times on their own. Like, mommy, can I help you cook? But I'm sorry, I'm guilty. You know why? Because when I'm cooking, I got this tendency where, like,
Mhm.
okay, get out my way. Let me do this. You
Yup,
know what I'm saying?
girl.
Like, I'm
Oh
just trying
my
to
god.
finish,
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to
Girl,
finish.
let me tell you, when I tell you, look, I do feel like as women, we make things harder on ourselves.
We do. That's why I
Okay.
said I'm guilty.
Yeah.
I'm guilty.
I'm telling you, when I let that go, sometimes like for me, right? My kid only got to eat twice. We don't eat breakfast. We don't eat till like noon. But if they got to go to school, I understand. Um, but yeah, 2 meals a day, that works for us cuz we believe in fasting. Um it's just the idea that like, oh my god, they're going to starve. You know what I'm saying? Or oh my god,
No,
they're
it's not that. It's just like I've noticed that my kids are so used to the
oh,
home
her
cooking
BB. Thank
that
you.
when they eat like McDonald's or like let's say in the morning, if they go to McDonald's and get a chicken biscuit, that all that grease makes their stomach hurt. Like I think once your metabolism or whatever get used to eating certain foods, certain greasy foods just don't sit right. And I just noticed that like home cooked meals, like they stay fuller for longer than compared, because that happens to me too. Like I could go to Burger King and get something to eat, and then I'm right back hungry.
Yeah, home cooked meals are good. Do you ever do preps?
I wish I did, but how do I say this without we cook things from scratch almost.
Yeah. What you mean?
So it's kind of like
You,
prepping.
you can't. You
It's
can't.
not that I can't do it. It's a
Wait, I'm
very good
saying, hold
thing.
on. You cook things from scratch? Yes, I cook from scratch.
Yeah, it's not. It's you know what the whole prepping thing where I found that it was good for me when I got in that working out stage where I'm like, let me prep so that I won't overeat. That's where that came into play. Like it's a balanced meals when it comes to prepping. So
Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay. Wait. Okay. Uh, okay. Okay. So you don't like prepping?
no, it's not for me. It's not for me.
Gotcha. 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 So when you do make meals, do you make a huge amount, enough to freeze for maybe 3 days?
No, no. I guess I'm gonna say I wish I could do that, but since everything is from scratch, we start from zero. Like we have to make our sauce.
Yeah. Yeah. I make my sauce. You just make more sauce, and you just have containers to put it in the freezer.
I'm listening.
Yeah, it's just so I have these if you go to like Kitchen Depot or something like that, you don't even have to go to Kitchen Depot, but I use kitchen style, what do you call them? Dang, I forgot the name for it, but like they're like these metal Tupperwares. They're not Tupperware, but like they have lids. Anyways, I just like I get the chicken,
Mhm.
I prep it, whatever, season it and all that stuff, but I season a good amount. I do my different slices. Like
Mhm.
so oh, there's also this app I started using, right?
Mhm.
Let me tell you, it's done wonders. I'm a you know what, let me add you, and I'm a message you it. So through this app, I basically save recipes, right? And I go on HelloFresh recipes. For
Mhm.
me, it's like an easy way for me to find healthy options. It literally has like all types, like it's got like Mediterranean, like oh whatever, Mexican, American food, whatever. So it has a list, and then you just click on it, and then it got all the recipes for you. Or you can use recipe, you can Google a recipe, whatever. So, anyways, you put it through the app. you click add recipe, then you go to the site, and literally it'll add the whole recipe, all the ingredients. And with that, right, you can create your list for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever you want to cook for the week or whatever. And then you can create your grocery list. It automatically creates the grocery list because you just add the recipe, right? And then so with that grocery list that's been created, all you do is you go to the shopping cart or whatever, and then you can go shopping. So you can use Instacart, but what I do is I don't actually use the delivery service. I use the one where I order it and then I go pick it up. That way I'm not charged. So all the ingredients that I need is on there. And then so
So you must have like a membership with Instacart or something.
no, I don't need
You
you don't
don't?
need a
Oh.
membership. That's what I'm saying. You yeah, you don't need a membership. You just ask for delivery. I mean, not delivery. You just ask for pickup instead of delivery. I do not I don't use none of that stuff. I don't use no Uber Eats, none of that stuff. They charge way too much. They're
Way
crazy.
too much.
They're
I've done that
crazy.
whole stuff. Like,
Insane. But if I think that if you order your stuff online, because that cut down my daggone, I hate grocery shopping. Hate it. But anyways, if you order it online, in which it's easier to order it online. You don't have to think, oh shoot, do I need this, and this? Your recipe is already in there. It literally goes straight to your cart, like your list of groceries, and then you just scroll through it to see, okay, maybe I don't need two of these, whatever. But anyways, it orders the food online, and then you just go and pick it up. And then so I do my prep with the chicken, and yeah, so I got some slices, I got some dices, and I got some regular whole ones, and then some of them I cook off. It's like it lasts 3 days, and then the other ones I put in the freezer.
you know, the only thing I'm all open to it. I'm gonna check it out, right?
Hmm.
The only thing when I've tried that, I noticed that I spend more money looking at other recipes that I've never tried that I'm open to. I end up spending more money because some of them recipes could be a little fancy. So, and I spend way much more money on like getting this and that for a recipe that I know nothing of versus what I already have because I'm so used to buying all Mexican ingredients that
Hmm.
I try to work. I'm the type of person where I try to work with whatever I have.
Yeah, you most definitely. So like even when you like I said, if you go to HelloFresh and it's got Mexican or whatever, most most of the Mexican dishes, they do use the same seasoning. You know what I'm saying? A lot of tortillas. You
Yeah, I
know.
get what you're saying, but you will be
I know
shocked.
my
You will
best
be
friend.
shocked to tell you that we don't use no seasonings. The only seasonings we use is
I'm
salt.
not shocked, child, because my best friend, she loved Mexican food, and her seasoning, like literally, I went and got her, like I got her thyme, oregano, like a whole bunch of seasonings, and she was like, "What the heck is this?"
Yeah, you usually blend those in the blender, and that goes to making our own spices, our
Hmm.
own sauces. Like,
Yeah, we do that too in Haiti. It's called ipis.
oh, okay,
Except we use some different seasonings than y'all do. Yeah, but
nice.
yeah, because we even we might freeze it. You know what I'm saying, or put it in a tight jar.
And
Yeah.
that's interesting to know because it never went across my brain that I could freeze a meal. Like I'm usually like used to like, okay, if I have leftovers, it can only stay in the refrigerator for so long until it goes bad. So
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah.
something new.
Yeah, I normally like it's for the week. and then you know what I'm saying, Saturday or Sunday I do the preps.
And I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure that saves a whole bunch of time.
it does, because we definitely we ate leftovers. Like I just pop it in the air fryer. Yeah, I mean we made like easy chicken dips or whatever, because I already had the strips already cut off, and I was just like, you want some chicken dip, whatever. I just put it in the air fryer, gave him some sauce, you know those sauces that you get from those fast food restaurants.
Oh
Whenever I
yeah.
got a whole thing of
I've
extra
been there
one.
before.
I got some Popeye sauce. I got some Chick-fil-A sauce. Whatever sauce you want, go ahead and
They
dip that
actually
little
sell the
chicken in.
Chick-fil-A sauce at the store. Did you know that?
They do. I got a couple bottles.
Yes.
Yeah. What's up, J No?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm groovy out here.
Good. You bored? You must be bored. That's why you came up here.
Nah, I mean, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say I'm bored. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to see what the people was on. You dig what I'm saying? Wouldn't say I was bored.
I dig what you're saying, man.
So what we talking about?
Well, we started off talking about mental health. But you can answer the prompt if you want. But Brenda, let me just say this, Brenda. Brenda, I am so glad that you came by, and thank you for sharing your story. Like, you are such an authentic and lovely human being.
Well, it's a struggle on top of what I'm dealing with, but it's hope, you know?
Amen. Amen, sister. Go ahead, Jay. If you want to answer the prompt.
Yeah, do you believe most of our horrible decisions are out of boredom?
Mm-hmm.
I think some people are looking for some type of stimulation. I think what the OG was telling me in another prompt or another live, they were saying that our generation is too overstimulated, and for some extent, I do agree that, excuse me, that could be the case. But I believe some people are inherently evil. I don't believe people that are truly nice people will do the things that people do. I just don't. I believe the majority of people are nice people, and I don't believe that it's out of boredom. I believe you're truly an evil person.
Mm. Do you think that, like, there's some people, they stay busy, and that's why they're not doing horrible things? Because to be honest, you know what? I'm not even asking that question. I believe that a lot of people, if they had time, they would be doing a whole bunch of horrible things.
Yeah, I think. I mean, to a certain extent, I think I believe a lot of people are capable of doing evil things, but it's how you were raised. It's how you was interacting with other people growing up. When you was in high school or college, you was the mean girl, or you was the jock in high school and college. That plays a precedent because you thought you was going to the league. You thought you was going to be a Vogue model, and then when that doesn't happen, it puts a what's the word I'm looking for? It puts a strain on your perspective of life when it comes to just every ordinary people, because you had all these things going on when you was coming up, but then somehow some way you squandered it, and now you're looking at life as if it's like life owes you something, or these people owe you something. When at the end of the day, some people are going to have to get the short of the stick, and
Mm.
that's just how life goes. Some people are going to have to get the short end of the stick. I mean, everybody can't get blessed. I'm sorry, everybody can't get blessed.
Mm.
Some people have to get some people have to get diminished in a certain extent, in my perspective.
Mm. Basically, life's not fair.
basically, I believe that to the people like me that have to take the different approach in life, you need to understand that sometimes that is the most beneficial route because if you live fast, you're gonna unalive
Mm-hmm.
just as faster. So
Yeah.
some people need to understand that it's okay to be a average Joe.
Mm.
How are you coming into this life and contributing to the other average Joe? And I believe sometimes people do not accept that reality and they crash out because
That's a good point.
they not who they thought they was.
Mm. That's a good point. I wish I could give you a little clapper.
I just crash out because I be overstimulated. Like when I tell you I be busy and I just want to be able to sit down and yeah, but you talking to somebody that used to get bullied in school. Like I know maybe the way I came off about this and the other, like we all have the bad moments, the bad eras, the bad times, like but I do agree with what you say, like from the school, like a lot of my things do stem from being bullied. That's
Mm.
why when I argue with somebody, like that's one of my triggers when I argue with somebody and I
Mm-hmm.
feel cornered, I'm ready to fight because it takes me back to when I used to get bullied at school. And the only way I knew to put a stop to it when go telling the teacher wasn't working anymore. I fought. And after that, they respected me. But it had to take me to get out of character, to show them, don't mess with me. Don't mess with the quiet kid, you know?
Mm. Dang. Um, let me go to Son real quick. And look, I ain't never been bullied. I hear people say that all the time, like they've been bullied and stuff. And dang, dang.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Hey, Son.
You never been tried in your whole life.
No, you said bullied.
Well, I mean, getting tried and bullied is probably the same thing.
It's not. Look up bullied.
Yeah, but I'm saying that if somebody try you, they trying to bully you.
No, like I've never had somebody like pick on me like that. Like how? What would I've never had somebody come up to me and be like, you're tall as a beanstalk. Yeah, like for what reason?
Oh, you a tall woman, huh?
That's a, that's hilarious. That's what he heard. I am tall. Yes, I'm 5'10".
Hey, that ain't nothing for a 6'3" brother. You know what I'm
Wait, hold
saying?
on now. I'm married. I'm married. Don't go too far.
Shout out, no, 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 no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
I'm just saying. Sometimes men be having short men syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the short kings out here.
Okay.
Shout out to the short
go,
kings out here.
go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead, son. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I don't know. I disagree with Jay about the short end of the stick. It just depends on how you look at or how I look at life. And I'll answer prompt number 2. I just believe that being free, to me, being free to have a free mind and think freely and feel freely and just be free. But I'm in my 60s, so I'm gonna say I'm glad I came up when I came up because in these days and times, it would be really, really hard for me to find the peace that I have. It's just too much going on. You know, I know how to shut my door and lock it, and I'm in my home by myself. I know how to lock my damn door. If my grandson and my daughter is here, I know how to lock my damn door and lock it all out. At work, I know how to go to the bathroom and just take some time, you know, or take a mental illness day, a mental day, you know, I just kind of like move on from drama, move on from pain, and move on from, I don't have any fears. I don't fear anything, you know. Death is the ultimate, and who the hell knows what happens after that. So, you know, who gives, you know, I don't care. So I just like being free to think, like I want to think and believe and
You
be
sound like an optimist.
very optimistic. It's
Mm.
I don't let stuff get to me.
You sound like me,
Yeah,
girl.
I don't, and I
I
move
move
on
on
from stuff
very
real
quick.
quick. I move on real quick.
Me too.
Yeah, it's good. That's a good way to be. Don't stay stuck in stuff.
So what does it mean to live
Hold,
life?
sorry, Jay. Let me just get Amir real quick, and then we could go to just open panel. Hey, Amir.
Peace, peace. What's up, Rachel?
Peace,
How's
peace,
everybody
my
doing this evening?
brother.
Salutations, salutations.
Short
Respect to you,
king.
man. Stop it. Jay, you a fool for that one. He said short king. And before I even could visualize it, it just sounded funny. I was like, short king, it just sounds funny. But I got you, big dog. Shout out to the short people. I ain't tripping. I always tell short people, y'all not short, y'all tall. Everybody else is just taller.
Right.
But shout out to Big Kev if he within the earshot. You say he might be asleep. I just woke up. I promise I did. But boredom management, how important is it? I think it's ultimately like it's very important. It might be the most critical management you might have. Now that I think about it, and I say that, Rachel, because I used to give a time management seminar. And I never looked at it like it's put that way. Like, ultimately what we're doing when we're trying to, make efficient use of our time, we're, obviously staying away from boredom at the same time. But I don't think I've ever used that word in the seminar. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for that. Do you believe most of our horrible decisions are made out of boredom? When I read it, the first thing I thought of was the saying that people say, an idle mind is the devil's playground.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing that came to mind. And I still use that phrase from time to time. I got little ones. So I try to make sure that they're not bored because I remember when I was young and I was bored and me and my friends were bored. Oh, we was bored and bad. Oh, we was bad. So, I think there could be definitely some argument or some support for that statement. What is living life and how do you feel?
Just on the first
Oh,
two.
okay, cool. Well, yeah, all right, I'm done. Thank you very much for having me.
It's open panel if anybody wanted to respond or anything.
Nah, yeah. What is living life when like I said, if a significant other tell you, oh, let's just chill, let's just keep things slow. I'm living life, you living life. What does that mean?
Mm.
Well, for me, like I said, I'm older. I've been married twice, but I wouldn't get into that situation again because I can't be free like that.
Mm. Can't find somebody that
No, I
aligns
can't.
with you in that mentality
You know
of
that? No, because he's gonna want his freedom too. So we can't. I'm not getting married
now
again. I'm
wait a
not gonna
minute.
live with you. We can have a nice time and keep it light.
Wait, what do you mean by free?
I mean, in every way.
Like I think she's coming from a point where
Let her
just
tell
we
us.
just
Let her
chilling.
tell
We
us. Let
just
her tell us.
that's not
Yeah,
even
yeah,
giving
Let
Brenda,
her
sleep
let
to
tell
her
us.
me.
tell us.
I'm anxious to hear.
Yeah, what do you mean by
That's
that?
not giving like somebody that's in a serious relationship. That's like somebody that just want to have fun.
Yeah.
And I think that that's what Midsong God is talking
Let's
about.
Like
Like
open
see
relationship
God.
type fun?
No, no, not open
Oh, see,
relationship.
Brenda, you
That's
No,
what
almost
I
got
need
it
to
messed
hear.
up.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
I have a lover. I'm not free to just. I'm not talking about smacks. I'm just talking about free in my mind to think like I want to think and be who I want to be. Like if I can't be myself around that person, I don't care if it's a lover or just a friend or a family member. I'm not going to involve myself. It's like I don't have fears of losing people. I don't have fears of going to hell. I don't have fear. So it keeps me like free and grounded. I can relax. I never get bored. If I get bored, I get in my freaking car and drive some damn where. That's
Mm.
the freedom. So I don't get bored. It's like I know how to chill. Like I said, shut my door and lock it, even though I'm in the house by myself. So I
But
know
Let
how
me
to
ask you a
just block
question,
and leave
Rachel.
shit
You know I
out.
gotta ask you this question.
yeah, yeah.
I noticed you skipped over the first question. What do you think about it?
Which one? The first one, boredom management, or do you believe most of us have make horrible decisions?
Yeah.
Oh, I believe I don't I've never made a horrible decision. I might have made some decisions that, that was kind of messed up, but a horrible one to me is a bit much. Um
Well,
no.
horrible to one person could be
Right.
messed up to
It's
another.
right.
So
It's
I guess
relative.
it's relative,
You're
right?
right. You're right. You're right. But I don't know. Horrible is just like a bad thing to me. But I
Okay,
believe
skip the
people
word
do
horrible,
stuff.
but you admit to
When
have
I was
making some
young,
poor choices.
oh my goodness, hell yeah. When I was younger,
Okay,
yeah.
I
But
just thought I wanted to hear that part.
since I
Okay.
have, oh hell yeah, I've done some, yeah, hell yeah.
I got a
But it
question. Why
wasn't out of
can't we
boredom. It
answer
was because I
question number
wanted to do
two?
it. It wasn't out of boredom though.
What'd you say, Brenda?
I said I had a question. Why can't we answer like all the
Oh, you
questions? Or
can.
we
You
just
can. Go ahead. Go ahead. If y'all was done with the open panel for the other questions, did you want to answer it?
to me, living life would be like obviously finding balance and reaching goals, but my goals may not be somebody else's. So I'm not gonna say. How do you know the difference if someone else is not living life? That can go, I guess I'm gonna piggyback off what Jay said. Like I noticed like that a lot of the people that used to bully me in school, they lived a fast life and now they're no longer here. And I believe that like it's just your point of view of life and how you're living it. Like you can be here 1 second and the next second you're not. Someone living life and what's the difference if someone else is living life and actually happy? I would just say happiness to me comes within like yourself, like that you don't need somebody else to give it to you. And then bonus, happiness versus joy, which is harder to find. And why should we know the difference? I honestly think they're both the same, happiness and joy. I don't think there's a difference. Except if you want to get technical with it, joy is, I guess, finding stuff to bring you joy. And happiness is more something you have within yourself.
I think joy is more temporary. You
Nah,
know,
y'all got it swapped up. Happiness is temporary. Joy is
I don't
internal.
know. I think joy is temporary.
Miss, you got an unorthodox approach to things already, though. So
No, man, I wish Kev was here so he could explain this.
you ain't got to explain it. It's obvious. Happiness and joy are different,
Happiness is
and
fleeting.
joy is not fleeting. Happiness is
Right.
fleeting. Y'all stop playing.
Yeah, y'all gotta look up these words.
At the
but
same
but I
time,
can see how both could. I can
y'all.
see how both could escape you,
No, please,
especially if you're bored.
please, no, please enlighten me because
Let me explain.
you know
Let me
why I
explain.
thought joy was something that because that's where the word enjoy comes from. What
Right.
do you enjoy doing?
Right. I love it. You said in. So I look at the prefix and look at inner. So happiness is something you look for exterior, and inner is joy that you feel. It's an endorphin. It's almost like, a chemical reaction. That's what joy is. But happiness is fleeting. It's temporary. It could be one thing on Monday, like give you a good example. I was very happy about this thing on Monday. The same thing happened on Tuesday and I was not happy.
Yeah, but I turned that shit around because I'm
You,
gonna tell
you
you something. I make myself happy every day.
I
Because
told you you got an
Tuesday,
unorthodox approach. I ain't mad at you. I'm
thank
Yeah,
not
you.
but
mad
it's
at you.
I
But
turned
it's
it
different.
but
around.
it's contingent
It's
on
different.
external factors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's what we're
no,
just
no, no, no,
saying.
no, no. Because I switch it up. It's like something bad happens, right? Something I don't like. I get in an argument with somebody at work because I work with women and children, and it's like crazy. But as soon as it turns to the left and it's done, and I'm done with it, I turn something to the right and just double that happiness up. I like double it up. It's like it's not going to control me. The bad, it's not going to control my happiness. It's just I'm just going to be
That's
freaking
because you
out.
got joy in your heart, girl. You turn
Well,
everything
well,
good.
I'm not saying I don't have joy in my heart. I'm just saying I
Now she
think
said you
joy
do
is
have
more
it.
taken.
No, I said you
Yeah.
do have
No, I
joy.
said I do. I know I have joy in my
Yes, that's
heart.
why it's internal. That the reason why you're able to turn things into
That makes
happiness.
sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, I got you. That makes sense. Yeah.
I knew we get somewhere with that. That ain't that hard, y'all.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
How about what y'all think about what I said about happiness? Because I'm trying to help people understand that the concept of
I don't think it's
happiness
fleeting. I
is
still don't
the
think it's
whole
fleeting.
concept is fleeting.
I don't
Don't you
know.
think?
It is fleeting.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I think
I'm
the
It's
trying
joy
to
on
tell
part
you.
is correct. The joy part
Let me
is
give you a
correct.
good example,
it's
son,
based
guys,
on
and you tell me what you
external
think.
Okay. Go
factors.
ahead.
Rachel, let me give you an example, and y'all tell me what y'all think. Now I'm 55, right? Now I heard some guys say, when we was young, yeah, we did stuff, this, that.
Yeah,
But
I'm
we
about to
still young.
I'm
Watch
about to
this. We still young at heart. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm 55, but I really still feel like I'm a young man,
Right.
right? So watch this. Watch this.
And I still
The
do.
thing. Let me give you my example and tell me what you think about what I'm saying.
Okay.
The things that made me happy before,
Mm-hmm.
they just don't seem to make me happy anymore. So happiness is fleeting, but the joy of
Wait,
life, the
wait a
joy of
minute.
living, the child in me,
Wait a minute
that's the
though.
joy of life.
But wait
The
a
things
minute.
that
You
are.
can have other things that make you happy as you go along because no, the
No, I'm
thing that
not.
made me
I'm not.
happy.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah,
But I'm
the
saying the
things
things
that
that
made
I
me happy,
did
of
make me
course, back
happy.
then. But the things that make me happy now are like, it's like I do it. I do it. I make myself happy. I don't look
I
for
got that. That's
nobody
the optimism.
outside.
I got that.
Yeah,
I
I
got that. I ain't
do
mad at that optimism.
it. Yeah.
But we got to remember that when we hear people, we got to help our people. Is what I like the question or the way we're going with the conversation,
Hmm.
because joy can be there even if you feel like you're not happy.
Right. I got
You see
you.
what I'm
You
saying? Like
exude
you
it.
know that. I
You
know you know
exude
that.
it. Yeah.
So, son goddess. So, yeah, we gotta. I try to tell my children, I know you want to be happy, but being content, being satisfied, being appreciative, all those emotions get a little bit more, you know,
Yeah. I agree.
importance than happiness. And then if you do those things, you seem to become happy. Being appreciative seems to help me when I'm not happy.
I don't know. All of them are dynamite. All of them are good. All
Our
of them.
emotions are real. I
All
tell
those
people
emotions are
don't
good.
ignore them. Just
Yeah.
learn,
Yeah.
compartmentalize them or
Get right in
make
it.
them work for you. Right.
Yep.
Work
Get
on
right in
them.
it.
Walk with them.
Yes.
Talk with them.
Yes.
Write them. If you
Head
see it as
on.
it's there, then it's more manageable.
Head
Like if
on.
you
Yep.
write down those thoughts and
Yep.
those experiences, it's more manageable. But if it's all in your head and it's just constantly, going over and over, you playing like a movie on repeat,
Yes.
it's hard to, keep a grasp of it,
Yeah. That's what I was saying about moving on. It's like move on from it
Yes, ma'am.
and don't.
Don't be a victim.
Yep.
Don't be a
Just
victim.
move on from it
Yeah.
if you can.
If you can. And if you can't, you got to get resources. See,
Yeah.
because
You
can is
gotta
a word that
try to
we
do
shouldn't
something.
use. You
Like
can,
having
you
a
just
bad
haven't.
cold and not doing nothing about it. Like
Exactly.
having a bad cold and you can drink some tea. You know you can do something and you don't do nothing about it.
And watch this, son. Watch this. You know that biologically, when we get sick, that's good for our bodies in a sense. Some sicknesses,
With
because
what?
we're doing, we're getting rid of stuff, right?
Oh yeah,
So when
yeah.
you
It builds
go
our
through
immune system up.
trials, in life, and you feel like, I can't get past this. My father used to always tell me, "Hey, man, life is just a test, bro." He didn't say bro. He didn't say the bro part. He didn't talk
I
like
was
that.
like, your dad was
My daddy
cool.
was 70 some years old. He gone. He didn't talk like that. I'm done.
That's funny.
Me too, bruh.
Bruh. My sons be cracking me up when
I
they
can't
say
even
that.
say it right.
Right. They be clowning
Bruh.
me, son, because they be like, you
Bruh.
don't say it right, Dad.
I
They
don't
say,
say
you
it
don't say it
right
right.
either.
Bruh. That's funny.
Oh Lord. So what time is it? Oh hey, Mr. John. He said it's also simple to just walk away and keep your peace with silence.
Silence
Mm-hmm.
works. What's up, John?
Yes, yes, indeed.
Where's Sean go? What's up, Sean? You still here? Come on up, big homie.
It's 1 o'clock here in Maryland.
Good. Yeah, they probably like it.
Yeah, I'm on the East Coast too. Where's
Yeah.
everybody else at?
It's only 10 o'clock here. I'm in Cali. I just woke up
Oh
from a
yeah,
Oh,
nap.
it's
you in
10
Cali?
o'clock.
You woke up from a nap?
Well, I had fell asleep
It's
watching
10
Yo,
o'clock.
football.
I
I had fell
feel
asleep
you
watching
on.
football. Yeah, I sleep a lot, yo. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I take my
Me,
naps too. What?
I'm old
Oh, I take
too.
my naps.
Yo, I take multiple naps,
I do
child.
too. I do
Hey,
too.
that's why idle
Every
time.
day.
Actually, I need
I don't care.
idle
I want
time.
it. Give me some idle time
Idle
on the
time messes
weekend.
up my sleep.
On the weekend, only on the weekend now. Not during the week. I can't take a nap on during the week.
That's what I was gonna ask. Do you take one every day?
Oh
But
no
you
no
said
no.
you work, so you probably don't get a
Yeah, I
chance to
work,
take too
but
many
on the
naps.
Right,
weekend,
we both retired.
Yeah, I don't. I
no
don't.
no. I
I
came out of
work on sleeping.
retirement and went and worked for a daycare.
I'm partially retired. I gotta stop having people think I'm just sitting over here. I work when I want. How about that?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
when I need to. How about or when I need to? When I want to go on a trip or something, make some extra money or something. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I gotta do it because I can't have all that kind of time on my hands. I gotta do something.
Yeah, I had to learn how to control my boredom because I found when I raised my children and everything here, so I had a lot of idle time, y'all.
But sometimes you don't be bored, but you just be like, okay, I'm just gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, and then you did it all, and then the next day you had nothing to do, nothing to do. Okay, I'm gonna wash clothes. I gotta just keep. It's like I won't get bored. I'll just keep doing stuff. Like today, I caulked stuff. I just went around caulking shit.
You said caulking,
Yes,
CAULK?
yes,
Go ahead with your
caulking,
bad
Wow,
self.
go
I
ahead.
am not bad.
Yo, she
caulking in my
hella
house.
productive. What the heck?
She
Yes,
said she's 62,
yes,
Rachel. Goodness, go ahead, woman.
yeah,
I am not
yeah.
bad.
You know, just
Look
finding
at
stuff to
that.
caulk.
You got to stay active.
I
Got
gotta
to
stay
stay active.
busy.
hmm
And then I got a 4-year-old grandson that's off the chain.
Oh, I know he keep you busy.
Man, I be taking him on his bike. I be doing all kinds of stuff with him just so I can just stay active.
Stay active, right?
Yeah.
I had my son. Look what I had my son doing today. He swept the whole alley. Not the whole alley. I
Oh
ain't gonna
my
lie. He
goodness.
swept half the alley because
Oh.
we had a lot of leaves
How
and
old is
stuff.
he?
Oh, he old enough. 12.
Oh yeah, he old enough.
He
Yeah.
old enough. But I helped him. I didn't have him do it by himself, so I helped him. So I stay active too. I was
Yeah.
teaching him how to do it. You how to work the broom, how to work the blower.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Because all they know how to do is work a damn phone.
Yeah. But you can ask them any question. They get pop up right with that shit.
Tell them, ask them something about a phone.
Adults too.
Not me. I be like so dumb.
No, me neither. I
So
still owe
ignorant.
somebody a cash app because I ain't
Man.
never sent one.
Now, what is it? Okay,
I told him, I said, I'm gonna have to have my wife or my daughter help me, man. I ain't never sent them. I always
nah.
make them do it.
Okay, so John said, I'm never bored and I barely leave my house. That is so hard for me to
Yeah.
conceptualize.
Who said that?
On
Oh
the
my
weekend, that's
gosh.
me. On the
He
John.
weekend,
said,
that
John
is
is,
I'm
but
me.
never
John,
bored and I barely leave my house. Oh.
you can hear that in John's voice, though. John is a settled person. He's
But it's
settled
like,
in
what is
himself.
you doing at the
That's me
house?
on the weekend.
You
I don't
fixing
do
cars?
shit.
Like, what are you
Yep.
doing?
Yep. Washing clothes, caulking.
That's crazy. Like,
I ain't never bored.
No, I'm just
Me
kidding.
just
Just
neither.
talking is
whatever you want to
awesome.
do.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello,
Peace.
Mr. John.
What's up, man?
I ain't never bored. I don't leave my house unless I'm going to a doctor's appointment,
I know that's
run
right.
around to pay some bills, get food.
I know
I
that's
don't
right.
waste I don't waste my money just leaving the house just to say I left the house.
That's right.
I retired back in April.
What you be doing at
I
the
did.
house?
Oh, good for you, man.
Oh,
What
April
I be
this
doing at
year?
the house? Yes.
Chill. What you
Congratulations.
mean? What do you do at the house? It's his house.
What you mean? I know, but oh my God. What
That's
is
what I
there
do
to
at mine.
do? What you be doing? What's on your itinerary?
I clean it.
I
Yeah,
know
that's
that's
what I do too.
me
Yo,
too.
that ain't that much every day.
You
You
can
remember?
always find something to clean.
Always.
Something.
You
I
can
can
You
always
got a
always.
find
home.
you can always find dust and dirt.
Right.
Oh my God! Please don't. Come on, guys. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
If you
I'm
have a home,
I'm
serious.
You,
there's
telling
but
you.
I'm
always
saying you
Hold
something
just
to
on.
do
cleaning
to a
Hold
all
house.
on.
day. There's eight
Hold
hours.
on.
Seriously.
I
And
don't
then
need
take a
8 hours.
nap.
You got to understand something. I typed earlier. I'm not bored. I barely leave my house. I partition off what I'm going to do day by day. I don't do that for no 8 straight hours. Why would I do something stupid like that?
Right.
I only do about 2 hours of actual work.
Yep.
That's
So she's
it.
saying what you do with the other few
Yeah,
hours
that's
you
what
got in
I'm
the day.
saying.
Take a damn nap.
Chill. I
You be
say
on that
chill.
rocking chair.
I guess the chill, John. Am I wrong?
Nope.
Don't be on the
Yeah, see,
lazy
I'm good
boy.
in my own skin. I ain't really
I
got to do nothing.
look.
Sometimes I just walk around my house, sit in different rooms,
Yep.
might read a book,
Yep. Me
you
I
too.
have
Me
know,
too. I
I
sit
a
out
have
on the
few
learned.
lines.
balcony. I sit out on the balcony,
I
come
have
back in.
I have learned how to be comfortable by
Hmm.
myself.
In your own skin.
I don't need to be bothered with people. I don't like being around about a bunch of people because they got too much goddamn drama. They
Yeah.
got the wrong spirits. I got no patience. I will curse you out in a heartbeat and smile at your ass.
But Mr. John, all I'm saying is like, are you like sitting down? Are you like doing crossword puzzles?
Nope. I go on YouTube and listen to my Reddit stories.
That's right.
Okay, there's something.
I do a lot
That's
of
all I
music.
do.
Yeah, I
Okay,
do a
I
lot of
got you.
music.
Okay.
That's
I
all
do
I
a lot of
do.
music and
I stay
dancing.
off of TikTok.
I know that.
TikTok has gotten too TikTok's gotten too redundant, too immature. They don't talk about nothing about real value about anything that makes any sense with what's going on in 2025. We got a government shutdown. You barely hear anybody talking about
Talking
that.
about that.
They're more busy
Mm-hmm.
talking about what women want, what men want. Men hate this about women.
Yeah.
Men
I
hate.
hate that about women.
How
Yeah.
is that supposed to be productive
Yeah.
when you got to figure out here soon how you gonna pay your bills
Yep.
and buy your food for groceries?
Hmm.
Because
We could
ain't
have
none of that stuff getting cheap.
been preparing for all this, huh, John?
You can't prepare for stuff like
Did
this.
it? Yes, you
No,
could
sure
have.
you can.
Yes, you
Sure you
could have.
I
can.
mean,
Because this stuff happened
months
back during
ago.
COVID.
Yep. That's why I said
Who
we could
was
have
the
been prepared.
president? Who
Months
was the
ago.
president?
Oh.
The same orange-looking fella that is the president now. During COVID, they decided what jobs were essential.
Hmm.
Now, back in 2020, I worked for a company called Harbor Freight.
I heard of that.
I was just there, John.
What tools are essential when ain't nobody going to work?
Right.
The foolish part is I've lived six
Live might
decades.
cut off, y'all.
Hmm?
Yep, look like Kevin died out.
Yeah, I'm trying to call him, but it might cut off. But go ahead, continue. If it does, he don't mean no disrespect.
I know he's probably tired. But if you understand what I'm saying, this was pre-set up when Trump took over the first time. Because the only thing Trump been worried about is helping out his billionaire buddies and getting everybody lined up in the Republican Party. And all those people are so-called worried about our color and any other foreigner that is not white America to get money. He comes back 8 years later, it's nothing but a money grab
Mm-hmm.
for the billionaires.
Yeah. Trying to see how
The
much
rest of us,
you can eat
the
each year.
rest of us, the advantage I have over a lot of people on the internet is a lot of us only look at what they tell us on TV. But if you pay attention to the pattern,
Yep.
doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican, if you pay attention to the pattern, They don't give a damn about us.
You don't. Neither side.
It doesn't matter about color. It's about the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just like it was back when they first formed the first 13 colonies that turned into the first 13 states. Ain't nothing changed. Everything they did in Europe
Yeah.
before the 1700s is being repeated.
Yep. 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 I say
I
the
was just
same
reading a
thing.
book,
And
John. You know who
you ain't
W.E.B.
get
Du Bois is. I was reading his book,
the
and it sounded like the
easy.
same thing going on right now. He wrote that book
No,
100,
no.
100 years ago.
Look. The easiest book to understand was the same history books we were taught in school. That's where the pattern started. For every one great thing that they said that was the greatest thing ever discovered by a white man was actually discovered by somebody else. They took the credit.
Oh, that's everything.
They called Indians savages. They didn't even consider us human.
Yep.
And who was the savage and all
And
that?
and and,
And still
and what are they
is.
saying in 2025?
And still is.
Same shit,
And they
different
doing the
terminology,
same
different
shit.
words,
And they
same
doing the
stuff.
same shit. Yep.
Same
Exact same
thing.
stuff.
Yep. I done seen it.
Where we screwed up in the black community, and it was done by men and the women in the black community. We fell in line with the narrative, come get help from us, the federal government. What happened there? Women started picking state assistance, government assistance, kick the man out, or hide the man to get the assistance when we were working together prior to 1965 at an 80% clip marriage. We were the standing bearers of the marker of what it looked like to have a good marriage. Perfect? No.
I think the false start.
They mimicked us.
I think it's
Everybody's mimicked us. From society to finances to music. They have ripped a piece of us throughout history.
culture thieves. Stole everything.
If they couldn't control the narrative, they wiped it out. Now, if you listen to people talk on the internet,